Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing the Copic Chisel Nib challenge. I've seen a few people talking about this in comments of YouTube videos, and I was like, why don't I give that a go? It seems interesting, it seems fun. So yeah, here we are. Now, unpopular opinion, I actually don't mind the Copic Chisel Nibs. I don't use them for everything obviously, but I do find that they are pretty okay for large areas that I want to get a flatter sort of texture on. Of course I don't like them for everything though. I don't really blend with them at all. I use the beautiful brush nibs. And also getting through tight spaces, for example around all those leaves and stems in my illustration, I prefer the brush nib just because you can get into those little cracks a lot more easier. That being said, I really wanted to give it a go and see what I could do and see if I could bring out a nice drawing, and yeah. Now, as you can see, I have decided to draw a chili plant. Yep, it's very different to what I usually draw, but I like to mix things up, and personally I love growing chili plants, I love gardening, I love all that kind of stuff, and I thought it would be cute to have a little plant drawing that I could maybe put on my wall or something. Now, the easiest part was probably the background, except you can see some little smudges. I don't know why they were happening, but we'll just skip past that. Now, colouring in the very thin branches, can I say branches, of the chili plant in green, it was a bit of a hassle because I really had to be very careful not to go out of the lines, and I did in a few places, but that's okay. After I did that, I started going on to the leaves. Now, it wasn't as bad as what I was expecting. I did colour in most of the leaf green, and then I used the darker green over the top. And then I used the lighter green to sort of blend it like I usually do. Of course, it didn't blend exactly the same way, and it was a little bit more difficult to get to sort of transition, but I did get there in the end, and I think they look pretty good. What do you think of the chisel nibs? Anyone out there who uses markers? Do you use them, or do you prefer the brush nibs, or are you like me and you prefer both? I'd really like to know. I think that's interesting, because I think they get a lot of flack from other artists, but I don't really see a problem. I mean, they are very different to the brush nibs, and the brush nibs are beautiful. I absolutely love the brush nibs, but chisel nibs are useful too, for me anyways. Now, you probably recognize this drawing from my last video, my little inking video I did. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I kind of like doing shorter kind of bonus videos every now and then. But yeah, this is the challenge that I wanted to do for that. Now, I really wanted the leaves to look sort of dynamic, so I did use a yellow for the highlights, and I think that does make them stand out a bit more. And yeah, I don't know, I like adding different colours in the shadows and the highlights. I think it gives it more of a punchy kind of feel to it. And now for the chilies themselves. I had a lot of fun colouring in these chilies. I used my mostly cadmium red, and yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing the chilies that were sort of in transition between green and red, because for people who don't know, chilies start off green and then they turn red. but while they're turning red, they get sort of like little patches of like reddish green, and then that kind of just spreads over the whole chili until they're bright red. But I had a lot of fun drawing them, little random red speckles on the chilies. I think it looks pretty neat. But yeah, this challenge was pretty fun and I actually really liked it. And now on to the pot that the chilies are in. I started off with my brown coloured marker, and it's actually called brown. The marker is E08 brown, and yep, it was very, very dry and very streaky, but that's okay because I went over that with my E15 dark suntan and a few other colours, just to try and get like the orangey kind of brown of a terracotta pot. And I have to say, I am a little bit impressed with the outcome of that pot, because I don't know, it blended alright I think, and I kind of like the sketchy kind of feel to it as well. Like, it's not completely blended out, but it's still blended out enough that it like sort of looks 3D. And now for the little surface that the pot is sitting on, I used my sand coloured marker. And then I also used a few other different browns as well to sort of go over the top in a sort of wood grain texture. Now, a few of the times that I was drawing, I did like accidentally almost use my brush nib just because I'm so used to that. But I quickly realized before I put it down on the page, and I turned it around, and then I was like, nope, you're not using that this time, you're just using the chisel. And then yeah, after I got that done, I just went over each different area just to add little touch-ups here and there for the color and the blending. And yeah, I'm actually very pleased with the results, and I really like this drawing. It's simple yet elegant, and it is kind of interesting to look at and see all the different coloured chilies on it. It is spring here in the southern hemisphere, and that's pretty much the optimal time to start growing chilies. So I'm actually really excited to do that because I'm a bit of a weirdo and I love growing things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of my artwork, and yeah, tell me if you're interested in trying this challenge out as well. Now, just want to remind people that I do have an art share going on, so hashtag ScribbleFixArtShare on Instagram on any of your art. And yeah, we have an optional theme of birthdays, but you don't have to do that if you don't like. And yeah, I will get all of those and put them into a video. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone.